Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to English class. This is Shumana Islam here, lecturer, Department of English, Marston College. Hope everyone is alright. Today our topic of discussion is taken from English first paper, that is Scene Comprehension from Unit 5, Lesson 3. The title of Unit 5 is Nature and Environment. You have already read Lesson 1 and Lesson 2. In Lesson 1, you have learned the grid of a mighty river, and the river is Jamuna. In that lesson, you have seen how the natural disaster, or specifically river erosion, creates havoc in the life of the people of the coastal areas and also shatter all their dreams. And in Lesson 2, you have learned about the different types of environment pollution, like air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. And in Lesson 3, we are going to learn more about climate change, or the relationship between man and climate, because human beings are held responsible for many of the climate changes. In fact, there are two causes of climate change. One is natural and another is man-made. And these man-made causes are creating great disaster in the environment. So in this lesson, we are going to learn about it. And after reading the passage, I am going to discuss the question answers from this lesson. So, I expect all of you will open the book and follow the passage with me, because it will help you to understand the passage better. So, let's get started. First of all, I will discuss the vocabularies. The first word is radiation, which means spread or dispersion. Then orbit means path, course or circle. Concentration means piling or storing. Alarmingly is seriously or severely. Fossil fuels are non-renewable energies. Required means needed, demanded or mandatory. Then combustion means burning or flaming. Then crude means raw or coarse. Generated means developed or provoked. Then enormous means huge, massive or gigantic. Obtain is to attain or achieve. Region is arena, land or zone. Pasture is grass or grazing. Volume is amount or quantity. Mining is digging, drilling or unearthing. So let's start the passage now. The learning outcomes. After we have studied this unit, we will be able to comprehend and summarize texts, ask and answer questions, take part in debates on given topics, draft and deliver lectures on given topics, then write letters to newspaper highlighting certain problems. Human can neither change the sun's radiation nor the earth's orbit around the sun, but they can control the increase in the amount of greenhouse gases and its effect on the atmosphere. So, human being is considered as one of the reasons of climate change, and especially global warming or environment pollution. And they are also the important reason or main reason of increasing greenhouse gases on the atmosphere. So, human beings cannot change the sun's radiation or the earth's orbit, but they can control the emission or production of greenhouse gases. Only during the last 100 years, the carbon dioxide concentration has been raised alarmingly in the atmosphere, and we human beings can be held responsible for this. So, in the last 100 years, the carbon dioxide concentration or the increase of carbon dioxide has been raised alarmingly, that means seriously, in the atmosphere, and human beings are mainly responsible for this. The main cause of the increase in carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere is the burning of fossil fuels. So, we have already learned that fossil fuel is a non-renewable energy, and when people burn fossil fuels, it causes a huge amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Since the end of the 19th century, industrial activities increased rapidly, giving rise to many factories. These factories required energy, which was produced through the combustion of coal. Besides coal, other sources of energy such as mineral oil and natural gas were also burned to heat our houses, run cars and airplanes, or to produce electricity. So, in the 19th century, industrial activities increased rapidly, and for this reason, many factories were built. And these factories needed energy, and those energy was produced by the combustion of coal. Besides coal combustion, the burning of other mineral oil and natural gas is also causing greenhouse gases. Nowadays, 85 million barrels of crude oil are burned daily, which is a huge amount. Every time a fossil raw material is burned, it releases carbon dioxide into the air. Therefore, it is clear that more and more greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide are being generated worldwide by humans. This greenhouse gas is created by the human beings only. Moreover, we are also strengthening the greenhouse effect by deforestation, which means cutting down trees. So, deforestation is another important cause of this greenhouse effect, and we are strengthening the greenhouse effect by this deforestation or cutting down trees. Every year, enormous areas of forests are destroyed by people to obtain wood and to clear regions for mining to create pasture. A huge land of forests are destroyed by people to collect wood and to clear the land for mining to create pasture. Then the loss of the forest causes dual problems. Trees that are burned up release large volumes of carbon dioxide gas into the air. On the other hand, as forests absorb a lot of carbon dioxide from the air and deliver oxygen instead, we also destroy an important storehouse of carbon dioxide when we clear forests. So, there are two impacts of deforestation or cutting down trees, because trees absorb carbon dioxide, but if we burn them, they produce a huge amount of carbon dioxide in the air. And we also know that trees deliver oxygen, and if we destroy trees, it will not inhale the carbon dioxide from the environment. So, by destroying trees, we are destroying an important storehouse of carbon dioxide, as trees absorb carbon dioxide from the environment, which is needed for human beings to live on earth. So, this is the end of the passage. Dear students, so from the passage we have learned how human beings are increasing the carbon dioxide in the environment, which is causing greenhouse gases, and at the same time it is making the world warmer. The burning of coal and fossil fuels in the industrial factories are causing a great number of carbon dioxide in the environment. The balance of the environment is disturbed by these activities of human beings. So this is all about the passage. Now we will move to answering questions. And for answering questions, you have to read or go through the passage again. And you must try to write the answers in your own words and use synonyms. And the most important tip is write to the point. Answer only the question that is asked. Do not write irrelevant things in the answer. Okay? So now it's our practice time. Answering questions. The first question is, what is greenhouse effect? We have already learned it from the passage that greenhouse effect is the concentration of carbon dioxide, or we can say greenhouse effect is the way in which heat is trapped close to the surface of the earth by greenhouse gases. It also means the concentration of carbon dioxide, methane or CFC in the atmosphere. Next question. How is deforestation responsible for greenhouse effect? Because the cutting down of trees at random increases carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. As a result, greenhouse gas also increases. So, deforestation is closely related with greenhouse effect and has a great impact on greenhouse effect. Then number 3. How are humans producing a great amount of carbon dioxide daily? from the passage, we have learned that by burning 85 million barrels of crude oil daily, humans produce a great amount of carbon dioxide. Number 4. The loss of the forest causes dual problems. Explain. The answer is, at the end of the passage we have learned that the loss of forests or trees creates dual problems. Firstly, trees that are burned up release large volume of carbon dioxide. Secondly, by cutting down trees we are also destroying an important storehouse. So trees are in fact a storehouse of carbon dioxide because it inhales carbon dioxide and exhales oxygen, and oxygen is necessary for human beings to survive on earth. So this deforestation or loss of forest is causing two problems. Okay. Then number 5. What can humans do or cannot do about atmosphere? The answer of this question can be found from the beginning of the passage. That is, man cannot change the sun's radiation and the earth's orbit, but can control the greenhouse effect by afforestation and reducing the burning of non-renewable energies such as fossil fuel. Okay. So dear students, that's all for today. The practice of scene comprehension will help you to improve your reading skill and at the same time your writing skill. Before leaving the class, I want to remind you that you have to stay at home. You have to maintain all the health rules. So that's all for today. Stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.